Hey, what's going on, guys? So as you can see, I finally got my hair cut. So I rewatched my video from the other day and I noticed that my hair was looking a little bit shaggy, so I got that taken care of. And as you can see, we've got Katie's car for the day. She's out with her friends and then she's gonna go get a tattoo later, so she'll be gone for the whole day. I thought that I would be a good husband and switch cars with her. That way I can give this car the full deep clean that it deserves. So that's what I'm doing, just kind of hanging out here, washing the car. Alright, so as you can probably tell from that little montage, this car gets driven quite a bit, and it's kind of funny because I know I've mentioned this before that Katie and I work at the same company, so we really only need one car. And when we bought the FR-S, we kind of bought it with the intention that it would just be like a toy for us, like something that we can mess around with on the weekend. But it's really become our main daily driver, like our go-to when we're going to work or commuting or whatever. This is just the car that we tend to drive the most. We've put about 4,000 miles on it since we bought it, and we just love every minute of it. So I definitely knew going into it that these white wheels would be a little bit more work to keep them clean, but fortunately the design is simple enough that you can easily get something like a brush in here in between the spokes, so they clean up no problem. It's just that, you know, after 2 or 3 days of driving they're just going to look dirty again. But I really like the white. I think it's a good contrast with the red paint on the car. So you might remember a couple months ago I did that video like putting the ceramic coating on these wheels, and a lot of people were curious to see how it would look or how it would like hold up over time. So this is probably maybe 2.5 months since I made that video, and you can see this stuff is just phenomenal. I would highly recommend it. I will link that video down below in case you missed it, but yeah, highly recommend this product. Alright, so since I have all day to mess around with this, I'm gonna clay the car. It definitely needs it, and to my knowledge this is the first time that it's ever been clayed. There's some signs around the car that kind of hint that the previous owner probably wasn't that much of a car enthusiast, which is so bizarre on a car like this because it's like, besides the handling and the driving characteristics, it's like, why else would you buy this thing? There's so many better cars out there that would be like cheaper, more comfortable, something like maybe a Volkswagen Jetta. But anyway, they chose an FR-S and they didn't really take care of it the way that I probably would have. So let's go ahead and clay this thing. I guess I didn't realize how bad this actually was until I got started, but listen to like the audible difference between, that's like the part that's done, and then listen to this. Wow. It's really nice being able to spend a whole day kind of working on this car and cleaning it, and it really reminds me of some of my favorite design aspects, and one of them is how over this back wheel the fender almost comes completely flat as it kind of bulges over the edge there. I really love how that looks. It's one of my favorite design features on this car. Alright, well that's going to conclude the wash in the clay bar, and I gotta say this is probably the cleanest that the car has been, maybe since it left the factory. Like I was saying before, the previous owner, probably not the biggest car enthusiast in the world, and like I said, since we've had the car, we've been daily driving it, so it's been getting a lot of miles on it, but it's just nice to have it looking good and clean again. Alright, so I know that the car kind of looks good out in the sun since it's like overcast, but I know that the swirls on here are pretty bad, so I'm going to try to polish those out. And I'm not going to get like super technical or detailed with the process, just because I'm not like much of a detailing guy. There are definitely some other channels out there, like my friend Shifted Perspective, if you want to check him out. Definitely a lot more knowledgeable than me, so if you want to know like the real nitty-gritty of how all that stuff works, check out his channel. I'll link it below. But yeah, let's get this started. Alright, so I just finished up the polishing and it just came out amazing. For that being kind of like my first time really polishing the whole car. I've played around with my polisher before, but this was like my first time really going in and doing the whole thing top to bottom. So I'm really impressed with how it came out, and I really think that Katie's gonna like it too. Alright, so when I got done polishing, I used this Just Car Power Lock sealant. That sat on the car for about an hour and then I buffed it off. And now we're going to finish it off with this insulator wax and we'll be good to go. Cute. That's your tattoo. What is that?
A dinosaur.
You went really nice. Look, you even get the nice parking spot and everything. Well, I don't want the sprinklers to hit it from the back. That's what sucks is like there's sprinklers back there, but it's not completely closed off and it sprays this nasty water on the car. But yeah.
Did you see the front of your car?
Oh, I know. I'm so pissed.
Sorry.
What do you think? Feel how smooth it is.
One shiny boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, it was getting a little bit dark out, so now fast forward to the following day. She loved how the car came out. I think it came out awesome, and it's honestly the least that I can do to say thank you for all the support that she's given me on this YouTube channel. And it's tough sometimes. Like, for me, the hardest thing about being a YouTuber, you know, forget the analytics and the ad revenue, some of the copyright stuff, some of the mean comments. The hardest thing for me is the time that it takes away from spending time with her. And we both work regular jobs during the week, so for most people, you know, you look forward to the weekend so that you can be with your family and enjoy time with them. But for me, I've had to make the decision that I want to focus some of my time on growing this channel and kind of growing this online business into what I think it can be. And she's just been such a big supporter of me. She really pushed me to grow this to the next level, and it's just cool being with somebody that really understands that vision and is like along for the ride. So I just want to say thank you, Katie, for being such a big supporter. And I have to say, like, you know, my previous video I talked about feeling a little bit lost on YouTube with the more informational videos. I have to be honest, there have been times where I'm like doing a video of like how to change your air filter or something that I'm not super excited about making, and all I can think is like, I wonder what Katie's doing today, or I wonder if I weren't making this informational video, what we could be doing together. So that's kind of the idea behind doing more vlogs and maybe incorporating her in some of the videos. We want to start modifying the FR-S, like doing coilovers and things like that. So maybe I can incorporate her in some way, and we could do some kind of couples projects where we could still have that quality time together, but at the same time we'd still be making this cool content for you guys to watch. And that's just kind of my thoughts on that. So thanks for watching, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Thank you, Katie, for being such a big supporter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.